Master your sales consultations. Hey, what's up? This is Pete here. And guess what? This is another epic YouTube video where we make it happen. Don't be slothy. We like to go from this to this. This is my promise by the end of this session. Anyways, today is about mastering your consultations. It's the one thing that you're already doing in your business. Whether you've been in business for 5 minutes or 25 years, the chances are you offer some kind of consultation to your client before you onboard them and ultimately end up working with them. Now, you might be a personal trainer, a beauty therapist, a coach, a consultant, a graphic designer, a videographer, a service provider. In other words, you have some kind of solution that makes your client's life better. If so, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a nice comment below, and also hit the like button as well, because I like lots of likes. It's good for the sloths. They like the likes as well. And also it means this video is for you. This is the first in many videos that I'm actually going to be producing on consultation specifically, because it's like why the whole world is chasing all these different ways that they can make millions in their business and having sales funnels and 7-figure Instagram techniques. Actually, all they need to do is step back and say, hold on a second, I don't need anything new. What I need to do is focus on what already exists, which is my consultation. Over the years of teaching a lot of people, and I mean tens of thousands of people, either online or face-to-face in sales, the one area that I always go back to is how strong is your consultation. So at this time, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think about, and maybe comment below, how strong you feel your consultation is right now, today. And by the way, if you hate selling, this video is especially for you, because what we're going to do is start taking all that pressure away from selling as well. So let's get into the real psychology here of how to master your consultations. So first of all, I want to ask you, how do you feel when you are in the consultations currently? Because the reality is that most people love to talk to their clients or their prospects. They love to have that conversation. However, when it comes to asking for the sale, they get a little bit icky, they get a little bit uncomfortable. And my follow-up question from that is, how do you feel when you are asking for the sale at thousands of pounds for a solution? Are you comfortable asking for that sale? I want you to feel comfortable from the very moment you meet someone all the way through to them taking those natural next steps with you, which is investing properly in your solution. So how do we even begin to make this transition into working with highly paid clients that we are serving on a deep level, and maybe you're helping over a period of 3, 6, even 12 months? The first thing to really ask here is, what do you want? Do you want clients that you are having to chase? Do you want the clients that are buying one-off services, or maybe a package of 5 or a package of 10? Or are you in business because you ultimately want to help people make a profound shift in their life or make some kind of transformation and gain an ultimate result? I believe that you're in business, and I'm making a big assumption by saying this, because of the latter. You actually want to help people. So let me ask you this, what is easier to sell? Is it easier to sell one-off services where you're having to chase for the next sale, the sale after that, and so on and so forth? Or is it easier to sit down with somebody and have a real high quality conversation where you ask the right questions that allow that client to think on a deeper level about their problem, and ultimately they start thinking differently about their solution that they require? Then who knows, they may take that natural next step with you and invest properly in your solution. So for me, this is what I teach day in and day out. And I've just seen the results too many times now, over and over and over again. You don't need to be a YouTuber. You don't need to be an Instagrammer. You don't need to post 600 times a day on social media. Instead, what you get to focus on is helping your specific target market with your powerful solution. This journey all started for me, not because I was great at selling, quite the opposite. I was the worst person in my company at selling. Yet I was having all these consultations and none of them, I mean 0, were converting into even a client, let alone a high-paying client. But I wanted to help people, and it was frustrating as a personal trainer that I was having all these consultations and nobody was going ahead. So what I did is I stepped back, I started to ask different questions to myself and thinking, why am I in this game in the first place? It's to help somebody properly. And all I was taught to do with a consultation was just talk about the products that we sold, ask a few questions, there wasn't any real structure, and then fingers crossed, hopefully somebody would buy. And you've already heard what happened, it wasn't very successful. So instead, what I started to focus on was that there's got to be a way where I can truly influence someone in the right way, and they can have these aha moments, and they can realize, as in the client, that actually I do need to move ahead with something in my life. And the change didn't happen instantaneously. It took time, but over a period of 6 to 12 months with my own development and learning all of this the hard way, I started to move from these transactional clients that were just there for a consultation to actually buying a full body transformation solution from me, where that client was literally given everything they needed to succeed over 6 to 12 months. Imagine this in your life. Do you want to buy some personal training sessions, or do you want to buy the ultimate result when it comes to your body? What is that thing for you? You see where this is going. So my question to you is, what is the ultimate result that you can bring to your client? Because that's going to be key if you're going to deliver high quality consultations. And with a consultation, everything is important. Your body language, your tone of voice, your microfacial expressions, the pitch and pace in which you communicate, the types of questions that you ask. Now, don't get me wrong, I can teach you all of those things individually, but if you go into a consultation and you're still thinking, oh my goodness, I've got to sell something, or they're never going to buy a £2,000, what you're doing is you're stopping yourself before you've even begun. So stepping into the consultation arena, intention is everything. But taking this the next layer deep, not only are you there to help somebody create a transformation in a specific part of their life or their business if you help businesses, you're also there to detach from the yes or no. It's their decision if they decide to go ahead. So imagine this, you want to help somebody with every cell in your body and every bit of space between those cells, but you also know ultimately it's their decision if they decide to go ahead or not. That is where the real power comes in. Most of the time in consultations, we get so caught up on the individual sale. I've got to sell to this person. I've got to get them to buy something, to hit my target or pay my rent at the end of the month. I've been there myself. However, when we step into consultation mastery, then we're sitting with somebody and truly making that difference in their life. The final thing I'm going to say on this video, because I'm going to be doing more videos on this specific topic, is that the reason why that client is in front of you is because you are the trusted expert. You didn't drag them off the street. You didn't tie them to the table and say, you need to buy something. They're there because they actually want the help and they probably want to buy something. And everybody wants to buy, but nobody wants to be pressured to buy. And when it comes to selling, at the end of the day, this is how it works. If your client feels that they can achieve the result without you, then they're not going to pay you thousands of pounds for your solution. So this isn't your opportunity to brag or to say how great your product is. In fact, the more you talk about your product, the less likely they are to buy it. But this is your chance to educate, to empower, to encourage, to ask insightful questions which go deep into, really deep into what's truly going on in their life. Most people will come to you with symptoms. Oh, I'm not sure about this or that, and you want to start there. Then what you want to do is find out that real reason why they're there. And that's for another video. So you're gonna have to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Slothy says, well done. And I will see you in the next one.